Today back in my Birch, that's from the Grow It Bonsai Kit. In the last video I did nothing with it. I moved it outside, so I just left it alone to recover, and that seemed to be a good move as it took a while to adjust and I don't think it would have been able to handle any work. But it's settled in now and you can see him pruning it back and get it ready for spring. And just there I moved quite a large branch that was grown from the base. You'll see later on where I moved that. It was right down where the trunk flares out, so I'm glad I got rid of that right now before it got too big. But apart from that I just shortened everything back. So this tree was only started back in 2020, but it's doing really well. It looks a lot older than that. And now it's all ready for spring. In April, everything started to wake up, so it's time to repot. But you can see those buds at the top are already in full leaf, so it looks like it's started to wake up pretty fast. As I said, I didn't touch it last year, so it hasn't been repotted in 2 years, so it's going to be pretty full in there, and it was actually pretty tight. These ice cream pots are pretty bendy, but it still was a struggle. I just need to rake the top layer off and kind of break the seal, and then it came out pretty easily. I was a bit worried for a second as it all looks a bit black, but I think the roots are just naturally darker than other trees, and also there is slightly more compost in this pot than usual too, so I don't think it's root rot. Although maybe now it's outside it does get more water than before, but I still don't think any of it's root rot. Anyway, I just raked it all out to see what was going on. It's actually not bad. This is a young tree, but the roots are decent. You'll see when I get it cleaned up a bit more. So yeah, pretty decent. So I just removed a few roots that were a bit high up compared to the rest, but mostly they're all in the one plane and fairly flat, and I just shortened them back. You can see they're all quite dark, so it's not rot. After a bit of trimming I was left with this, and I just powered it back up on the same pot. It could definitely do with something bigger, but I didn't have anything, so I need to stay in this ice cream pot for a while longer. And you'll see I added some of the older soil, as that's always good for the overall health of the tree. There'll be plenty of microbes and stuff like that in there that won't be in the fresh soil. And that's also why I rarely wash the roots. I want to keep all that goodness on there, and I'll quickly repopulate into the whole pot. So we just need a little bit. Here it is after, so now it just needs to grow. And in May it's done exactly that. It's looking good. But if you look closely, a few branches seem to have died, but the rest are doing great. You can see here a bit better. I'm not really bothered. It's not like they're important, but that does worry me for the future. I know birches can be a bit temperamental at times and die back, and maybe this is an early sign that this tree will do that. But I guess time will tell. It's looking good in July, although there are a few yellow leaves there. But then my summer is like autumn, so it's probably just confused. It is growing well though, and the trunk colour looks like it's going a nice light brown colour. There were downy and silver birches in this seed kit, and I think this is a downy, but I can't remember. I know there is a way to check the leaves, but I keep forgetting. It is getting nice and tall though, but as you can see I didn't prune it this season. I just let it do its thing. You can see a few shoots growing from the base though. The species does seem to do that a lot. And then it's shutting down here. And by October it's pretty much bare. It doesn't really put a show on. Everything just kind of goes yellow and brown and drops off pretty fast, but that's fine. And here in November it's totally dormant. So nothing will be happening again until the end of winter when I prune it back again. And here we are now. So it's done well this year. Plenty of good growth, but not as much as when it's inside, but that's expected. Thanks for watching. See you next time.